Hello and welcome. This is James Ravenel with Black Runners Connection, doing a live stream. We are trying some new stuff, so you should be able to see us on Instagram live, on Facebook live, uh, and somewhere else, possibly my main page. I lost track of all of these different locations, but it's good to greet all of you during this Black History Month. Uh, every year when we celebrate Black History Month, I always wonder about uh, the message that we're going to have as Black Runners Connection for the month, with so many wonderful and amazing things happening currently, and our ability to look back at our past and be grateful for all that has already occurred for us. As one of my good friends always reminds me, that we should never be resting on our laurels. So those things that we do well, we should continue to do them. And so with that, I wish you a very happy Black History Month, and looking forward to seeing all the wonderful things that will get accomplished this month. I'm going to just do a quick check to see. Okay, it looks like we do have some folks that are already joining. Now, just some housekeeping. I'm going to put on the bottom of the screen here. Oh, that's not the one I want. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. For those of you who are on the or viewing from Facebook, we also have on YouTube as well, the Black BOK Runners on YouTube. But for those of you who are on Facebook, you need to visit streamyard.com/Facebook and give permission so that when I look in the chat, I can actually see who you are. Looks like a lot of you have done it, and some have done it in the past. So that's great. Otherwise, you show up on my screen as just Facebook user, and I have no idea who you are. So if you can visit streamyard.com/Facebook from wherever you're currently viewing, and give StreamYard permissions, then I can see your name. Otherwise, I'm going to refer to you as Facebook user in your comments, and then it would be helpful if you put your name somewhere in the comments, whatever comments you make to me. I do see a couple of people. I see like Donovan, Stewart. I see Nikita. So far, that's it. I see somebody from Cincinnati, but I don't see your name. So thanks to all of you who have taken the time to join today, and hopefully this will get cleared up. Okay, I see you, Regina. How are you? Okay, I think we all are aware that we just experienced a tragic event with the untimely death of Kelvin Kiptum, his coach, and critical injury of another passenger in the car accident they had the other day. I felt kind of numb. I mean, I think a lot of us were so just amazed by his amazing talent, humility, abilities, and to have such a young person and, just depart in such a tragic way. I know it hit a lot of us, and I know that I have said many prayers for him and his family, and also for his coach's family. And I didn't read who the other passenger were, but I hope that at some point you all have or will take a moment to just send prayers and healing vibes to their family and all who are affected, and even to ask for some guidance for yourself, because I can't imagine I'm the only one that has felt this profound loss from this young brother dying. So I'm sure there'll be more things to come about any services, and we will continue to disseminate any information that we get. I have a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about. I kind of let the cat out the bag with some of it here on my agenda. I'm still learning this interface, so I posted a couple of things I wasn't expecting. I posted it in the wrong place, but nonetheless, I want to talk about things like upcoming races, world majors. I'm actually going to have my partner, Elaine Porcher. She's going to come on in a little bit with us to talk about her wellness retreat for Black women. And I think many of you will be excited to hear about her upcoming retreat and the other retreats she has in the future. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about some immediate upcoming races like the race, Selma to Montgomery, World Marathon Majors. Want to talk about our website, and I want to talk about you. I want to talk about the businesses that you may have, because I don't think we do enough of like promoting what all of you are doing. I want to talk about some of the Black authors and some of the live streams that we will have planned for that. Any of the partnerships that we've had, and some are now in the past, but I just want to talk briefly about those. And a lot of you have been asking about BRC Gear, so I'll talk about that as well. So I'm going to get into it. Let me just see if there are any questions. Let me take a quick peep over here. So I want to say hi to, I think I said hi to you, Donovan. See Wendy. Who else we have in here? Dee, Robin Williams. Yeah, there's some. This should be recorded, and I will be reposting this. Hopefully, it does what it always does when I send it to Facebook. It usually saves it in a group, but it's also going to be on the YouTube, so it'll be there. I'll redirect folks there as well. Again, if you look at the bottom of what I have here, it says visit streamyard.com/Facebook to get permission so that I know who you are. Thanks, Melinda. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so let's talk quickly about upcoming races. For those of you who are familiar with Selma to Montgomery, that's coming up next month. I know initially we were told that we needed to have 100 participants for the BRC team in order for a medal to be, the BRC medal to be given out. But I heard from a couple of folks who were notified that if they had already registered by the cutoff time, that they should still be receiving the BRC medal. So if anyone else also got that information, please let me know. I'll have to confirm with the race organizers as well. I just haven't had the bandwidth to reach out to them, but hopefully, if that's true, I'll just find out if I need to have a representative to give them out. So I will check in with them on that. Again, for those of you who are asking, yes, this will be available for replay. Okay. Oops, sorry. The race in Atlanta is going to be held in that first weekend. Everybody, if you've ever heard me talk about the race in Atlanta, it's the half marathon and 5K. Registration is open. I refer to it as the Black Family Reunion for runners. Please support that. Please support the race. It's really important that when we have our own putting on an event like this, that we support it as frequently as we can. So, and it's an amazing event. It really is like a family reunion. you're seeing everybody from all over the country. People sometimes coming in from other countries to participate in the race. So, please make a point of coming out to that. And with that said, I'm going to try during this month to get the race director for both the race and for Selma to Montgomery. I'm going to try to get them together so that we can talk about their events. It's something that I talked about last year, and I personally just had too many things going on and didn't get it done. But I'm starting to get some more help, and with that, I anticipate we'll have more lives, more updates, more information coming to you all in a more timely manner. All right, so that's that. World Marathon Majors. I know many people are going to be running either Tokyo, Boston, or London. Many of your cousins are trying to fundraise, support each other. I was so grateful for the support last year to get into London. Found about Team Sense charity at like the last minute. And it was an amazing experience. Probably one of the most fun marathons I've had ever. And I had fun. I didn't get out there, and I wasn't running for time. I was just getting out there and finally just like enjoying it. So maybe that's why I had such a wonderful time. But I hope that you will all support each other, where possible. I set a budget every year of $300 to donate amongst all of you, because I get a lot of messages and people inbox me all the time. Hey, please donate, please donate. And I would be broke. And I love y'all, but y'all, just like family, I got to put some parameters around my donations to you. But I encourage you all to support each other. Let's see, any questions in this chat real quick? Don't see any specific questions. Okay. If you are running the Boston Marathon, there is a group that's created called Black Unicorns by Adrian R. Benton. I believe Adrian's the founder. I'll double check. I should know the history, but sometimes I'm a little craptastic with remembering things. But there's a whole like vibe around us attending Boston. Yes, she is the founder. That's what I thought. Thank you. But yeah, Black Unicorn. So if you are definitely running, doesn't matter, how you got in. If you're either in or you have run Boston in the past, you can just send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I'll make sure that I put you in contact with her to get you added to that group. It's looking like everything I've heard and everything I've seen so far has just been wonderful experiences. And one of the things I'm going to try to also bring her on in the next week or so to talk about Black Unicorns. Also, I think there are two other groups. Well, I know for sure there's Meet Me at the London, which is another group for us to connect when we're running London Marathon. And I think there's another one called Tokyo Drift. I'm not sure who runs it, but I'll find out. If anybody knows, please put it in the chat. But it's really important to connect with each other when we're out, especially in these other countries, participating in these events. Just, this is what we are, right? This is why we have BRC. This is why I refer to all of you as cousins, because we got to take care of each other just like family when we're doing these races, and especially in these local races in the United States. So somebody just put Tokyo Drift is run by Kimberly Williams. So is the Meet Me at the London. So Kimberly has both of those. I am a moderator for the Meet Me at the London. And I know, but I haven't been paying that much attention this year since I ran in 2023. But I can definitely try to get some of you connected. So if you're running either of those races, any of them, the majors, and you're looking for, family, community, just let me know and I'll put you in touch. But I'll try to get Kimberly and Adrian on a live to talk about all three of those groups. Hopefully before the end of this month. I just got to check what their schedule and availability is. All right. We also have a few Black authors who've written running books. There's someone, and I have to check their name. I got to look inside of my chat, but I'm gonna try to arrange for that also this month. I'm trying to do a lot this month in a little bit of time, but it's only because I feel like I can get it done. But in whatever doesn't happen this month, we all know Black history is American history, so we'll just keep it flowing throughout the rest of the year. But I do want to try to get those some of these lives in before end of the month, or while we're in Black History Month. What else do I have here? All right, so what I want to do now, just really quickly, if anyone has any questions and you want to drop it in the chat, please do so. If you have any questions about anything I've said so far, I'll give you about 30 seconds to think of that. Grab something to drink, because I'm not a professional at this, so I get the dry mouth. And yes, that's just apple juice, folks. Okay, I don't see any questions being posted, so I'm going to move on. Now, I've told you that I have my partner, Elaine Porcher. She's in the other room. She is having a wellness retreat, and I'm about to bring her online to talk about this retreat. So I hope that this is all well received. It is going to be a lot of shameless plugs, but hey, if we don't promote ourselves, then what's the point of this whole thing, right? So I'm going to bring Elaine in now. Hey. Oh, wait, I got to unmute her. See? Oh, wait. Try to unmute yourself. Can you?
All right, there we go. I think I'm unmuted now.
All right.
Hey. Thanks for the shameless plugs. Thanks for letting me in, BRC family. I'm part of the family too. I'm a hapless cheerleader. I've been to several BRC runs, kind of just cheering folks along, and with water and apple juice and applesauce and things of that nature. So yes, I am part of the BRC family, even though this is nepotism.
Yep. That's right. But you know what? Like, that cheering, that support, like, cheering is harder than running sometimes. I know when I do New York City Marathon and I'm out there doing cheer squad, I'm out there like 8 hours sometimes. And that's hard. It's hard standing around waiting on people, especially if you're waiting for me when I'm just out chilling. So we appreciate you.
Sure.
Your support.
Hey, I appreciate all that you guys do, because you are in the trenches, you're in the arena making it happen. So you guys are inspiring. So I love being around all of the runners. I'm not a runner myself, but I play one on TV. No, just jokes. Yeah, but thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So you and I, you had this idea for this retreat, and you finally pulled the trigger, and you're going through all the paces of, being an entrepreneur and making this thing happen. But I tell you all the time privately how proud I am of you for taking this idea and trying to bring it to life for Black women, especially. And it's really important. Just like I always tell people, like with Black Runners Connection, that we're not Blacks exclusive, but we're Black focused, and it's really important that we have a space that we know will be about us and about our struggles. And in your case, it's about our wellness. So I just want to give you some time to talk about that.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for this platform. Our wellness is important. As runners, you know that recovery is important, right? Like you cannot continue to move forward, running without any recovery time, especially after a long run. And my retreat is called an equanimity retreat, which means balance, but particularly balance in the throes of the craziness of everyday life. And it's that time for us to be able to recover from all of the crazy. You all you're in the arena, right? You're moving, you're shaking, because a lot of us have lives that we're doing in addition to running, in addition to the activities, the sports. Some of us are cyclists as well. And so the retreat allows us a time to kind of like sit back, look at ourselves, look at our mental wellness, as well as physical wellness, and recharge and give ourselves a resiliency reboot. So the retreat is in St. Croix. It is March. I'm already taking us to May. It's March 17th through it's March 14th through the 17th. And the website is there below. But if I can kind of give a little bit of background,
Yeah, please
too,
do.
about the retreat, or how this came to be. So what I do during the day is I do leadership development. I've been working with the same organization for like the past 24 years, practically about 23 years, and doing leadership development, planning retreats for other people, writing workshops, facilitating workshops, coaching other people. And I'm also a coach. I'm a positive psychology coach or a life coach. And in doing this for other folks, I thought, oh man, it would be great if there was more wellness that was added to what it is that I do every day. So I do leadership development. There's a little element of wellness. But I just wanted to do more, I guess, healing work. I also do mindfulness meditation workshops, and I take people through guided meditations, and thought, wow, it would be great to get all of this stuff in one place. And for women of color, I
Right.
work for folks actually all around the country, all walks of life. I love, love, love what I do. But I just wanted to have a little more kind of like purpose in what I had been doing. So I decided to do this retreat in St. Croix, based off of the idea of a concept called Upekka, Upekha. It is an old Buddhist word that means equanimity, and it means being able to be balanced in the face of all of the crazy things that happen in our lives. Because in our dealing with all of the hard things, day in, day out, always in go mode, it's important for us to be able to maintain some sort of equanimity, some sort of balance and emotional balance, right? Like we're kind of like dealing with all of the crazy things that happen at our work, at our home, just crossing the street, can be a feat. All of the trauma that we get inadvertently. Today I just heard on CNN, surprise, surprise, someone else who's a Black person that's been shot by the police, allegedly by accident. Like, we're kind of dealing with this, and as people of color, all of the inequities and that we see in the world weigh on us. They really weigh on us. And those stressors are releasing cortisol in our bodies. And if you're a runner, you kind of know that cortisol is great in the short term when you need to kind of conjure it up, because it helps to give you like that adrenaline boost. But when cortisol is released on a regular basis, from stress that we see or encounter, it kind of breaks down our body. It doesn't
Right.
do our bodies good, right? So we want to lower those amount of times that cortisol is released, and how we can do that is through controlling our emotions, by balancing out our emotions. One way to do that is through mindfulness meditation, which is great. And I understand if meditation is not for everyone, and particularly mindfulness, the type of meditation that we practice, is more kind of like noticing your mind,
So
observing
hold
your.
on, let me ask you this, because I know, I hear meditation, I hear words like upeka. I'm like, am I gonna, do I have to be a Buddhist? And then, do I have to do some fancy yoga? So like, what are people going to experience at this type of retreat?
Yes. So you do not have to be a Buddhist. It is not a Buddhist retreat, just based off of some Buddhist concepts. But the what you can experience is yoga, not super fancy yoga, but modified yoga, as a matter of fact. I actually had back surgery last year, and I'm still recovering. So I myself am not my like old yoga self. But the yoga is that we're doing at the retreat is modified for everyone's preference and everyone's flexibility. So it's not like crazy off the deep end. And mindfulness meditation is just paying attention to our minds, like what's happening now. And I just would invite you all into a meditation right now with your eyes open, doing what you're doing right now, except you're going to think about your thoughts. What is happening as your thoughts are racing right now? What are you thinking, and what is going through your mind? Just turn your attention to what you're thinking, what's happening in this moment, without changing anything else, but just thinking about what you're thinking. In those 6-7 seconds, you just engaged in mindfulness meditation.
Hmm.
You were mindful of your mind. And that's pretty much what our body wants. Our bodies want us to be mindful about what's happening to us in the moment, right?
Yeah, I want
But
to tell them something. See, you always try to trick me into some meditation. See, I see what you did there.
but the thing is, like, a lot of us think that we can't do it, we can't clear our mind. Mindfulness meditation is not about clearing your mind. It's Meditation has gotten a bad rap over the years, but it's not about clearing our minds. It's more about being mindful of our minds, really paying attention, like what is happening. Let's not get rid of it, let's notice it. It's there for a reason, right? So yes, that those two pieces are part of the retreat. There's also another part, which is personal development. And so there are quite a few workshops, personal development workshops, that we'll engage in while we're there. Also, one is kind of like digging into our creative spirit. And my partner in crime, Saida Carter, she does theater. She has an organization called Act Out Ensemble, and so she'll be doing taking folks through kind of like a theater workshop in a sense, because being able to tap into our creativity helps us to kind of tap into a higher self, in a sense that we can kind of let go and release and dig into like who we really are and express ourselves through theater. Another activity is finding your spirit animal. So really fun in kind of taking us through a spirit animal journey and seeing like, okay, who is our spirit animal, like our guide in general. Other things are looking at delight and joy as a life plan is another workshop. Using self-awareness as a superpower is another workshop. Also looking at our unique strengths and putting them to work. Also understanding or digging deeper into like discomfort and looking at discomfort as a pathway to inner peace. And then tons more. We're also going to have going off island to another nearby island called Buck Island near St. Croix. And St. Croix, by the way, is a U.S. Virgin Island. So it's a United States territory. All you need is a driver's license to go.
No passport stamps, y'all. Right?
No
I know some people want passports. You're not going to get one for this.
I know. So, it's sad you won't get a passport stamp, but you get to go to the Caribbean without having to really leave the United States for real. I mean,
Right.
it's a few hours away from Miami, but it's really close to Puerto Rico. It's a beautiful island. St. Croix is, I think it's like the best kept secret because it's really, really well developed. And middle class for some of us who are like, sometimes my hangups about going to Caribbean islands are, the disparity that's there. Sure, all places have its disparity, but it's pretty developed, and it's just a really, really cool place, as a matter of fact. I've been going there for years, as a matter of fact, for probably the past like 25 years. And I thought it would be great to now do a retreat there.
Well, I didn't hear you mention food, and you're always talking about it. So,
ooh, yes. Well, all meals are included, and vegetarian meals by some of the best vegetarian chefs on the island. And so it's so funny because I just went down in December, to kind of check out stuff with the retreat. And while I was there, so many people were like, "Oh, I heard that the place is called Featherleaf, where it's at Featherleaf
oh no, did
Inn.
she
I
freeze?
heard the
Oh,
food
there she
is
is.
great." Everywhere I went, they were like, "Ooh, yeah, I heard the food is great at Featherleaf." Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, my internet connection is weird. But yeah, and then I had, some tasty morsels while I was there. So am I hosting more than one of these throughout the year? So this will be my first one, but I'm going to have another one next year. So I'm going to start as an annual retreat and then go to more times during the year. But my regular job is unbelievable, insane, crazy. So it's kind of hard to kind of juggle the retreat also. So at some point, I hope to go to a few times a year, but I am going to start off with one time a year.
Okay. Well, Elaine, babe, thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time to come. If anybody has questions, they can reach you at the website listed below. We'll also put the link in the chat. Let me do that. Make it a little easier for folks to get to. And
Great. And if you have friends in St. Croix, let them know. So folks in St. Croix are coming in for the day, and folks from the mainland are staying over for the whole retreat.
yeah, so one of the people said that the retreat it's during Selma weekend, right? So yeah, so we're gonna have, there are gonna be some conflicts with some folks this year, but this is why, like, we're talking about this now, so that as you have further retreats, we can give folks a heads up, because one of the things that happens with a lot of us, you see, I'm a bad example because I'm re-registering for stuff all late, but a lot of folks, they start planning out their schedule ahead of time. But I think it was important that people know that here is a retreat for Black women that is very rare. I think when you were doing your research, it was very hard to find really any. So this is a need. And you're trying to fill that need with all of your years of experience and and expertise in this field. So looking forward to what you do with this, this year and years to come.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, so hopefully some of us, I'll hope to see you next year. Hope to see you this year. It is going to be great. Looking forward to all the lovely activities. And yeah. Oh, yay. Great. Yep, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm everywhere. I have a YouTube channel also, all my name because my name is kind of unique, so I'm easy to find.
Yep.
But yes, hit me up on LinkedIn. I'm also on TikTok, my name on TikTok. And yeah, clearly Facebook and Instagram. It's so funny. I'm not on Facebook and Instagram as much as on TikTok.
And you've gotten really good. I'm proud of you because
Thank
like
you.
you're really having a good time with it. I'm like, wow, so
I know.
all
Oh,
right. Well, babe, thank you so much and
thank you.
congratulations on this effort. And I hope everyone will tell a friend about this.
Yes,
All
please.
right.
Thank you. Bye, you
All right.
guys.
Bye. Thank you all for allowing us to share that with you. Um, I don't have many things left on my agenda, but if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Um, a lot of folks have been hitting me up about what we're doing outside of just having the group. Um, recently updated the website. For those of you who should be familiar, but I'll put it in the chat. It is blkrunners.com. You can also, for those of you, many have asked about new gear. I'm working on it. Selling gear isn't like my priority. Connecting the family is, but I understand that we can do both, and so I'm going to make I'm going to be making some new gear soon. Was trying to change some of the business model for it, but it's just been a bit daunting to go through this process. So thank you all for being patient with me as I continue to build out like our gear. I'm very particular about what I put in front of you. Sometimes I buy stuff, I'll create a new product and I give to test and I'm like, oh, this sucks. So I have a closet full of things that just didn't work out. And I'm like, okay, well, let me go back to the drawing board. And then sometimes I don't always make the time to get back to the drawing board, but I'm definitely working on that. We have ended our partnership with Ironman Foundation. It was a good experience, and I'm glad that we were able to send probably over 30 athletes to participate in Ironman events. But there were just some logistical things that just didn't make sense for either of us. And so that partnership has been discontinued. We also locally here in New York City, for those of you who are hearing this and are local, if you look on our website, blkrunners.com, you will see that we have bi-weekly runs. And with those runs, we are starting to expand them into the long run because so many folks are running spring marathon. So if you want to join, you have any questions, you can reach out to us on the you can find out about what we're doing from the website. We've been using Strava primarily to post the runs. And they've been actually a lot of fun. Our numbers are small right now, but talking to some other folks, that's what happens when you're just getting started with doing local runs. if this seems like it's a formula that works, we may extend it to other cities. But I've always maintained that I don't really want to compete with um, like uh, Black Girls Run, Black Men Run. We have enough chapters, but if folks are feeling like they're looking for another option, we'll consider expanding, these local runs to your city. I'm saying that, and also saying at the same time, uh, trying to figure out what that's going to look like is going to require some patience. So if you work with me, I'll work with you. But if you are interested, drop me a note, and we'll see what we can do. I think that is all I have. I want to say again to all of you that have joined, thank you so much for taking time out of your day out of your evening for most of us to join me and to hear Elaine talk about our new venture and hear what plans we have for BRC coming up. Thank you. I'm not sure who made this comment that we have a welcoming and caring countenance. We do. That's my person. So I appreciate that recognition. But yeah, I think that's it. I look forward to seeing all of you, or as many of you, in this coming year. I'll be back on probably like in the next week, hosting another one of these lives. Every year I say I want to do these more frequently, and then life takes a turn. But I've shed a lot of my outside responsibility. For those who don't know, I was the worshipful master of my Masonic lodge for the past 2 years, so it was a lot. So I have been really allowed to relieve my duties there. So I have a lot more free time to just kind of enjoy life, enjoy life again. So looking forward to seeing you all. And that is all. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. And I'm not sure who said see you in Boston, but yes, make sure you give me a tap, give me a hug when you see me there. All right. Take care and have a wonderful night. Happy. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers, especially if you love yourself. All right. Love y'all. Take care.